So, and then when I woke up in the morning, and because I'm an early riser.
Good morning. I just realized that our clock on the wall here is late, so I am late, and I apologize. Jerry's here. We've got follower.
How are they going to know? They're going to know. And so then I'm like, just my head on the pillow, and then like roll over.
We're getting ready to start here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got one live follower. We got to get a thumbs up from our live follower. Oh, no, she left. Jerry.
She was an accidental.
Jerry apparently will not be in class because she's on there. Or she was, anyway. I had a follower, now I've got no one. Good morning, studio audience.
Hello out there in TV
Hello
land.
out there in TV land. We're very popular. So there's just no more room in the class, so everyone else has to come and watch us on the YouTube channel. Welcome. Anyway, today we're going to work on spinal mobility. We're going to get some movement through our spine. Most of us sit all day long in one position. We don't move our spine, possibly turning over our head to say, hey, or change lanes in the car. But moving our spine is the key to healthy movement of the rest of your body. So we're going to start in a seated position today. So make it an easy seated position, which basically just means that your spine is at ease. If you have to sit up on a block or sit up on a pillow, do that to create ease in your spine. Let me make sure that the volume is, the microphone is on, because last week I did the whole class and they couldn't hear a thing. It was miming yoga. Come on. Wait, shh, we got two people. Show. Hey. All right. So seated in an easy seated position, spine is tall and long. You think he's the only one that has a TikTok presence? The backs of your hands rested on the tops of your knees. Just start by taking a deep breath in through your nose to the bottom of your spine, lengthening it, creating ease. Really take a moment to feel your spine, and if it doesn't feel like it's at ease, give yourself the opportunity to change your position. Sit up on a block, sit up on a pillow. Starting with your cervical spine, we'll take a deep inhale, lengthening that neck, and as you exhale, let your chin drop gently towards your chest. Remember, there should be no pain in your practice. If anything hurts or doesn't feel right, stop. Wait for a more appropriate pose for yourself. Just let your chin drop. Each exhale, let it drop just a little further. Take a deep inhale. With your exhale, gently let your right ear drop over to your right shoulder. You can push your left elbow down gently towards the floor to act as an anchor for the pose, for the stretch, and then bring all of your attention to what it is you feel between that left ear and that left shoulder. No struggles and no strains. Your next exhale, gently let your head drop back, your chin pushing up towards the ceiling. Breathing, feeling the stretch up the front of your neck. And then gently letting your left ear drop to your left shoulder. Gently pushing your right elbow down towards the floor, anchors the pose. And then if you just play with your chin, just move it up and down a little bit until you find that really good stretch between your right ear and your right shoulder. Then we're going to gently take your chin back down to your chest. And then with your next inhale, let your chin come up in a neutral position. Let your arms begin to rise up towards the ceiling. So we're going to take those stretches a little bit deeper. Starting on your left side, take your right hand behind your back. Your left hand comes to the top of your head, just resting. And then gently let the weight of that left arm pull your left ear towards your left shoulder. Again, you can play around with the position of your chin, take it up towards the ceiling, take it gently down, and find the place where it feels like the perfect stretch for your body. And then just hold it there. Try to resist the urge to pull on your head with that arm. Gently pushing that right elbow down towards the floor will anchor the stretch and let you get that little bit more. Breathe. Breathe deep into your spine. Exhaling slowly, releasing deeper into your pose. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, slowly release your hand, let your head come back up to neutral, and then inhale both arms back up to the ceiling. Shoulder blades stay down and away from your ears. Take it to the opposite side. Your left arm comes behind your back. Your right hand comes to the top of your head. Just gently using the weight of that right arm to take this lateral flexion of your cervical spine a little bit deeper. Breathe. No struggles, no strains. Remember, if it hurts, back the pose off. Find an each pose that you can hold with ease, where you can bring your focus and attention back to the depth of your breath, the feeling of the pose. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then as you inhale, release your arm from the top of your head. Take those arms back up to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers and bring them back and behind your head. Take a deep inhale. Lift the chest. Push the elbows to the back of the room and look up. As you exhale, round forward, letting the weight of your hands bring your chin to your chest. Bring your elbows together. Push your belly to your spine and round and arch that entire spine. Inhale it up to the ceiling. Pushing those elbows back so that you feel the chest open, spreading wide. As you exhale, gently bring it down. One more time, inhale it up. Fill your belly with air. Push the elbows to the back of the room. Exhale, bring it down. We're going to bring your spine back up to straight and neutral. We'll just leave your fingers interlaced there behind your head. We're going to take a deep inhale. With an exhale, bring your right elbow to your left knee, rotating and forward flexing. Bring it. Lengthen with an inhale. Create space. As you exhale, take your left elbow to your right knee. And bring it back up. We're going to take it one more time to each side. Don't try to push into pain. Inhale and lengthen. Right elbow to left knee. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, take it to the opposite side. Inhale, bring it up. Shoot those arms up to the ceiling. Lengthen your spine. As you exhale, take your right hand to the floor. Reach up and over with your left, looking up at your left arm if it doesn't bother your neck. Try to keep that that left hip bone just down on the floor of your sit bone. As you inhale, really feel the expansion of that rib cage on the left. Deep inhales, slow exhales, reach a little bit further. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, bring it back up to the ceiling, reaching up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take the left hand to the floor. Take it to the opposite side. No struggles and strains. Breathe deeply into that right rib cage. With an exhale, you can walk that left hand out a little further if that's available to you without your sit bone coming up off the floor. So keep the pose anchored. Breathe deep into that rib cage. Stretch. As you exhale, bring it back up. Fingertips towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand to the floor behind you. A little bit of rotation. Breathing deeply. Exhaling slowly. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe into the areas that feel tight or restricted. As you exhale, see if you can take the twist just a little deeper. No struggles and no strains. One more deep inhale here. Push down into your hand. As you exhale, see if you can round it just a little further. Breathing deeply. Exhaling slowly. Then take a deep inhale. With an exhale, bring your chest back to face forward. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling. Lengthen. Exhale, take it to the opposite side. Pushing down lightly into your hand. Rotating, using that right hand to help pull you a little deeper into it. Look over that left shoulder. No struggles, no strains. And breathe. Breathe deep into your belly, exhaling slowly, rounding further when it's available. Gentle rotation of the spine. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, bring yourself forward. Inhaling those arms up to the ceiling, lengthen your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. As you exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands all the way to the floor. So breathe here. Reach your fingertips forward as if you were trying to touch the wall that's in front of you. As you inhale, feel your rib cage expand out to the sides. As you exhale, just gently fold further forward if it's available to you. If your forehead doesn't meet the ground, just stack your hands into fists so that you have support for your neck. So it's not just hanging there in space. You want everything to be at ease. A deep inhale here. As you exhale, walk your hands over to your left side. So you're going to fold over your left knee. Pushing gently down into your right sit bone so it doesn't leave the floor. Reach. See if you can reach that right arm a little bit further than your left and feel the breath expanding in that right rib cage. No struggles, no strains. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, walk it back to the center. Breathe. A deep inhale here. As you exhale, walk your chest over to the right. Reach your left hand just a little further than your right, and you'll feel that stretch, that opening up of that rib cage on the left. Breathe into it. Bring all of your awareness to one deep breath and feel the expansion through the rib cage. As you exhale, see if you can reach just a little further. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, slowly bring yourself back to the front. No struggles, no strains. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, slowly use your arms to bring you back up to a tall and seated position. So just take a moment, let the backs of your hands rest on the tops of your knees just to feel your spine again. Feel that it's still at ease. Through almost every motion that's available to the spine, so let's just take a moment. Lengthening your spine as you inhale, as you exhale, holding that tall and lengthened posture with ease. Opening your eyes, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let your arms push away the walls. We're just going to do one little more motion with that spine, but we'll do it with eagle arms. Might as well go ahead and get some mobility of the shoulders as well. Left elbow comes underneath of the right. Try to interlace your fingers or your palms touching. If they don't touch, that's perfectly fine. The backs of your hands can touch, or even having your hand down on your elbow is acceptable. Find the expression of the pose that's right for you, where your shoulders are at ease. If you can bring your thumb to the center of your forehead, that's great. If not, just leave it where it reaches. As you inhale, arch back. Your belly spills out into your lap, similar to the cow pose. As you exhale, round forward, belly to the spine. drop down, push the air out. Take a deep inhale, rising up. As you exhale, rounding forward. Follow your breath. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. One more time. Follow your breath. Inhaling up. Let your belly spill out. Really round back. As you exhale, come forward. Now we're going to take an inhale to a neutral spine. Your spine tall and long. Leave your arms just as they are for a moment. We're going to get a little rotation through our thoracic spine, the place between your shoulder blades. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, turn to your left. So use that left arm to pull the right one over there and feel that spreading of that rib cage around that thoracic spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take it back to the center. Inhale, lengthen your spine. With an exhale, turn to your right. So now you're using that right arm to draw the left one over, opening that shoulder blade just a little bit more. Breathe. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, take it back to the center. We're going to separate your arms, reach for the opposite walls, create space. Lengthen as you inhale. With the exhale, take your right elbow underneath of your left and then try to bring your palms to meet. Feel your shoulders for a moment. Make sure that your shoulders aren't pulled up to your ears. Gently pull them down. We'll take a couple of cat and cows. Inhaling, opening, arching back, belly spills into the lap. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, take it up and back. Exhale, round it forward. Inhale one more time. Arch it back, really tilt back. Exhale, come forward. Tall, straight spine. I'm sorry, take it first to the cat. So wrong. And then take it up to a long spine, lengthening with an inhale. Exhaling, turning to your right. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale back to the center. Lengthen with an inhale. With an exhale, turn. Breathing deeply. Exhaling slowly. Take it back to the center. Slowly releasing the arms, reaching out, lengthening, reaching for the opposite walls. As you exhale, bring your hands into heart center. Begin to release your feet one at a time to the floor in front of you. So we're going to have your knees bent and your feet flat. Hands are in the heart center. We're going to take a similar to the squatting pose where you push your elbows into your knees and just separate them out. So when you separate your knees like that, you're locking your sacrum into space, into place. We'll fix that in post-production. Those are technical words that we use in TV world. So just gently try to push your hands into each other and push those knees apart just a little bit longer. Further, you're locking your sacrum. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let your palms raise up and overhead. Reach for the ceiling. As you exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands to the floor. Now, you won't be able to fold as far forward, but you're getting more motion through that lumbar spine because of the lockout of the sacrum. You're keeping the sacrum from moving and you're folding forward. If you'd like, you can take your hands and wrap them underneath of your knees and onto the tops of your feet. Breathe. Just let your knees drop out to wherever they find themselves. That's perfectly fine. No worries. No pains. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly begin to walk yourself back up, straightening out your right leg. We're going to take your left foot and bring it to the outside of your right leg. I'm going to get rid of this block for these. So I'm feeling I'm going to fall. So make sure that the right leg is engaged, the toes pulled back. We're going to use both hands to pull that knee into your chest, bringing your chest up really nice and tall. No struggles and no strains. We're going to take your right arm and reach it out forward, wrap it around that knee and pull it deep into your chest. Take a deep inhale. Your left arm raises and rises to the ceiling. As you exhale, bring it to the floor behind you. Push down into the floor to help create space in your spine. We're taking a deep twist now. No struggles and no strains. Breathe. Breathe deep into your belly. Exhale, see if you can rotate just a little further without struggle, without strain. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe deeply into the very bottom of your lungs. As you exhale, release tension, release trying. See if you can release your effort and just go 1 degree deeper into your rotation without struggle, without strain. And breathe. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly begin to turn facing the front of the room. Let that left knee just drop down. You're going to try and keep your left ankle rested right on top of your right knee. Your hands come to the floor behind you. Take a deep inhale, push down into the floor to lengthen your spine. As you exhale, right knee, walk your hips closer to it. You can turn your fingers to point behind you or forward, depending on whether you want a stretch of your wrists. Closing your eyes, we're doing a really deep stretch of your left piriformis, your left hip muscle. So although this isn't technically your spine, this is a really big muscle that has influence on the mobility of your sacrum, which is part of your spine. So just breathe here for a moment. No struggles and no strains. Closing your eyes and finding the areas that feel tight or restricted. Breathing into those areas as if you were expanding them with your breath. And as you exhale, releasing just 10% of the tension that you feel there. Don't try to let it all go at once. So you can release it in just small bits. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale here. Now you can stay there for a couple more deep breaths, or you can start to walk your hips back, walk your hands back, and take a figure 4 bridge. So in the figure 4 bridge, you're lifting your hips from the ground. You don't have to do this. You can stay exactly where you were in the pose, just working deeply on that piriformis stretch. When you take the figure 4 bridge, you're doing strengthening of the muscles that extend your spine, the ones that pull it back, the ones that help you stand tall. One more breath here, and then slowly, as you exhale, lower your hips to the ground, straightening out the right leg, and then straightening out the left leg. So that just helps to strengthen the muscles that take us backwards. We all spend most of our days in a flexed position, sitting with our spine rounded. It's really good to try and reverse that every now and again. Take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold forward, a deep flexion of the lumbar spine. So look forward to your toes. With an inhale, try to lengthen your spine, create space so that as you exhale, you may fold a little further forward if that's available to you without struggle and without strain. If you want to take this pose deeper, just take your left hand across and reach onto the little toe side of your right foot. Take your opposite hand to the opposite side. And stretch. No struggles, no strains. Lengthening your spine with an inhale. With an exhale, fold just a little further forward if it's available to you. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then begin to unfold. Once your spine is up tall and straight, just bend your right knee. Take your right foot to the outside of your left foot. Really take both arms in and pull the knee in as close as you can get it and lengthen your spine, become tall. Then take that left arm, reach it forward and wrap it around the knee, pulling it as close into your chest as you can. As you inhale, the right arm rises to the sky. As you exhale, it comes back to the floor behind you, pushing down into the floor to help lengthen your spine. Keep your left leg active, the toes pulled back, the heel gently reaching forward and breathing. No struggles and no strains. Close your eyes for a moment. Expand your belly with your breath. And with the exhale, if you have it available, see if you can rotate just a little further. No struggles and no strains. Breathe. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then take a deep inhale. With the exhale, you turn your chest to face forward. You let that right knee drop towards the floor, the right ankle resting on top of the left knee. Bring your hands behind you, either having your fingertips pointing towards you or away, whichever feels good for your wrist. With an exhale, you bend that left knee. You bring your bottom closer, stretching that right piriformis. Try to keep your chest and your spine long and tall here. It's just releasing tension along the sacral border. You didn't even know you had a border between your sacrum. Close your eyes here and breathe into that right hip. Feel the tension and imagine that you're expanding it with your breath. Deep inhales, slow exhales. So stay right here, enjoying this pose as it is, or walk your hands back. Begin to lift your hips from the ground, pull your shoulder blades together, lift. Strengthening the extensor muscles around your spine. If you pull your shoulder blades together, you're giving stability to the shoulders. Squeeze those glutes and lift a little higher. And then slowly, as you exhale, lower your hips back down to the ground, straightening out both legs for one more forward fold. Toes pulled back, heels reaching forward. Lengthen your spine as your arms float to the sky. Exhale, folding forward, finding the edge of your stretch. Try to keep your spine strong and long. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold further forward if it's available to you, without struggle, without strain. And breathe. No struggles, no strains. One more deep inhale here, lengthening. One more slow exhale, folding further forward if it's available to you. And then slowly begin to come back up, straightening your spine. We're going to come onto all fours and do some cat and cow. We're going to do some bird dogs and some thread the needle. Those are all really good mobility exercises for your spine, but also strengthening exercises. Again, these extensor muscles are ones that are generally weak, but they're really important. You're good, Lola. You can stay. You don't need that.
Cat dog.
Yeah, right. She's like, I will not have any cats. So fingertips are spread apart. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Hips are just above your knees. So let's take a couple of cat and cows. First, the cow, your belly drops. You look up. You inhale deeply. As you exhale, round forward. Push the air out. Let your chin drop to your chest. Try to spread your shoulder blades apart like an angry cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale one more time to cow. One more time to cat. And then bring your spine to neutral, a flat back tabletop position. Best to have the creases of your elbows turned forward to give stability to your shoulders. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, we're going to raise your right hand and your left knee in opposite directions. Look forward to your right hand. If it bothers your neck to do that, just look down. It's perfectly fine. Take a deep inhale. See if you can raise that arm and that leg up a little higher. As you exhale, bring your right elbow and your left knee underneath of you. Push the air out. As you inhale, reach forward and up. As you exhale, take it back underneath of you. Inhale, raise it up. Exhale, take it underneath. 2 more times. Follow your own breath. Inhaling as you reach in opposite directions with your fingers and your toes. Exhaling as you bring it underneath, pulling the belly to the spine. Shoot it out 1 more time. Inhale. Underneath. 1 more time. Exhale. And then bring your knee and your hand to the floor beneath. Stabilizing again, turning the creases of your elbows forward, your belly to your spine. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, we're raising your left arm straight in front of you, your right leg out behind you. Look forward and hold. Take a deep inhale. See if you can raise those up a little higher. As you exhale, bring the knee to meet the elbow underneath. Push the air out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it underneath. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it under. 1 more time, reach it out with an inhale. As you exhale, 1 more time underneath of you. And then bring the knee and the hand to the floor. So we're going to take it to the opposite side and do a little bit of a back bend with that. So if that doesn't feel right for you, just go ahead and repeat what you just did. Take a deep inhale, creases of your elbows forward. Exhale, right arm, left leg, reach out. Bend your left knee, reach behind you with your right hand and hold on to the ankle. Breathing. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, push that foot into your hand and do a back arch. Breathe. And then release. Take the right arm forward, the left leg back. Bring it all the way down. No struggles here, no strains. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, take it to the other side. The left hand out, the right leg back. Bend the right knee, reach behind you with your left hand to hold on to the ankle, and then push that foot into the hand and arch it up and back. Breathe. And then release. Taking the arm straight, the leg straight, and then bring it underneath of you. So we're just going to do 2 more cat and cows before we thread the needle, just to make sure the spine is in proper alignment. The belly drops, the chin rises. Inhale. Exhaling, rounding. Inhale, the belly drops, the chin rises. Exhale, round it up. So take your spine back to straight tabletop position. Your right arm comes, well, actually, let's walk your knees out to the sides, the outside edges of your mat, and bring your big toes together. That just locks the sacrum into a more a stable position. We're going to take your right arm out to the right, reaching for the wall to your side. We're going to warm this up because it's a deep stretch. So take it, inhale, the right arm rises, follow it with your eyes. As you exhale, take it underneath of you, but just keep that left arm straight for the moment. Inhale it up to the ceiling. Exhale it underneath. 1 more time. Inhale it up to the ceiling. This time we're going to take the full thread the needle. So you can keep your left elbow straight or you can bend it. You can bring your right ear all the way down to the floor. Wherever you are in this position, pull your right elbow down, your right shoulder down and away from your right ear. And breathe. No struggles and no strains. Breathe deep into the very bottom of your lungs. Stay here or straighten your left leg out, pointing to where the wall meets the ceiling behind you. A little bit more extension of the lumbar spine. Breathe. And then bring that left knee down. Drop your hips all the way to your heels if you have that available to you. And breathe. Deep inhales to your belly, slow exhales. And then slowly draw your left hand back towards you. Use it to help you push back up onto all fours. And we'll take the same pose on the opposite side. Breathing deeply into your belly. First, turn the crease of your right elbow forward for stability of that shoulder. Inhale your left arm out to the side, reaching for the wall to your left. Inhale it up. Look up to the ceiling as you take that arm, that shoulder up. Exhale it underneath of you. Inhale it up. Exhale it underneath. One more time. Take it all the way up on an inhale. As you exhale, bring it underneath of you and finish your pose, either staying right there or dropping down to the elbow, staying on the elbow or dropping your left ear all the way to the floor, pulling your left shoulder blade down and away from that ear. And then breathe. This is a thoracic rotation. The place between your shoulder blades often gets very stuck and stiff. If the thoracic bones don't move, your shoulder can't move and your neck can't move as well as they should. I consider this area the foundation of the neck and the head. So a lot of neck pain, a lot of shoulder problems come from lack of mobility in this thoracic area. Stay right where you are or lift your right leg, pointing the toe to where the wall meets the ceiling behind you. Breathing deeply, exhaling slowly. And then bring that knee back down to the floor. Stay here or drop your hips all the way to your heel. Try to gently keep that left shoulder blade down and away from your ear, so don't let it slide up. And breathe. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, slide your right hand back towards you so that you can use it to push you up to help you get to all fours. So we're going to try some planks here, and planks can be challenging in a lot of ways for your wrists, for your shoulders. So there's lots of different modifications. So what we're going to do is start with one of the modifications. Just walk your knees back, turn the creases of your elbows forward, and you're in the modified plank. If you have wrist problems, you can do a couple of things. You can make a fist, or you can come all the way down into your elbows. Whatever works for you. So starting with that small plank, the creases of your elbows turn forward, looking straight ahead. You can stay right here or curl the toes of your feet under, lift your knees from the floor for the full plank. Your belly gently pulled into your spine, the creases of your elbows turn forward, breathing, exhaling deeply. Drop your knees to the floor, take it to the modified plank, take a small rest. Curl the toes under, lift the knees if you're doing full plank, belly to your spine. Stay here or shoot your hips up towards the ceiling into down dog. You have choices here. You don't have to go into every pose, take it back to forward plank. Drop your knees, take it to modified plank. Try to keep the creases of your elbows forward. Stay here or curl the toes under, lift the knees, raise your left arm up to the ceiling for side plank. Or just stay in forward plank, it's perfectly fine. You can stay here or lift your left foot off of the top of your right. You're creating strength along the spine, take it back to forward plank, take it back to modified plank. Breathe. Either stay here, curl the toes and lift the knees, stay there, or raise the right arm up to the ceiling in side plank. These are actually really good strengthening muscles for the muscles around your spine. Lift your right foot from your left. Bring it back to forward plank. Bring it back to modified plank. And then lower in chaturanga all the way to the floor, your chest to the floor. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head in one direction or the other. Let your neck relax, let your shoulder relax, and bring your attention back to your breath. Breathing deeply into your belly, feel it expanding, pressing out to the sides and to the rear, because your belly can't expand forward. No struggles and no strains. Breathe. Just bringing your focus back to your body for a moment. No struggles and no strains. So we're going to slowly turn your head forward, walk your hands back so that your elbows are right underneath your shoulders in Sphinx pose. So your fingertips are spread wide. What I like to ask people to do is create a suction into the floor with your hands, almost like it's a suction cup. And then just use your hands to gently pull forward. So if it's like you're trying to pull yourself across the floor forward to that plate full of cookies in front of you, or whatever your motivation is. I don't judge. Look up to the ceiling, turn your eyeballs up as if you're trying to see the ceiling. Let your hips relax. Just wiggle for a moment. Make sure you're not holding any tension in your low back. Pull gently back. This separates your lumbar spine from your sacrum, creating a decompression, but also extension of the spine. We spend a lot of time in that flexed position, the spine rounded forward. It's good to take it in reverse, but not if it causes pain. Stay here or straighten your arms. Shoulder blades down and away from your ears. So if you're pulling up like this, you're causing damage into the shoulders. Pull them down and away. Stay strong wherever you are. Stay as you are or bend your knees, bringing the big toe sides of your feet together. And breathe. Lower the big toe sides of your feet. Lower your feet to the floor. Lower your elbows to the floor. Let your head come flat. Turn it in the opposite direction and just rest it for a moment. Breathing deeply into your belly. Exhaling slowly. No struggles and no strains. Gently turning your head forward, bringing your hands to your sides, your thumbs pointed into your armpits, your elbows pointing straight up to the ceiling, right next to your rib cage. Curl the toes under and gently push yourself up into a plank and then to down dog. So find your expression of down dog where you feel everything's lined up properly. Don't worry about whether your heels touch the floor. Try to get your legs straight. If you can bend one and straighten the other one, that's called walking the dog. You can go ahead and do that. Try to make a little progress on each side individually. Let your neck be relaxed. Let your head dangle. Got to get it in once every class. Look forward to your hands and jump or step your feet to meet your hands. Straightening your legs for a forward fold. Small breaths. Small bend in your knee and then slowly bring yourself up to a straight, tall, standing position. Your chin remains on your chest until your spine is straight. Then we're going to inhale your arms up, following it with your eyes back bending. Exhale, swan diving forward. If you have a bad back, just bend your knees till your fingertips touch the floor or your block, and then straighten the legs for a forward fold. Inhale, raise your head and shoulders to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step your right foot back and then step your left foot back into plank. Again, you can do this on your elbows or on your knees. Exhale to chaturanga, your elbows right up against your rib cage. Inhale to up dog or cobra, lifting your knees from the floor. Push down into the floor. Exhale to the floor and then back to down dog. Breathe. Just shake your head yes and no. Make sure that your neck has stayed relaxed and ready to dangle. Push the back of your knees to the wall behind you. Lift your hips towards the sky. Take a deep inhale. Raise your right leg up to the ceiling. As you exhale, bring it between your feet and drop your left knee to the floor. Flatten out the top of your left foot. And then bring yourself up to a tall, kneeling position. You can fold your mat underneath of that left knee if you feel like it's causing any. One more deep twist of the spine. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Push into your hands to turn. No struggles here, no strains. Breathing deeply, exhaling slowly. You can choose to stay right here or curl the toes of your left foot under and lift that left knee from the floor. So you get both the twisting and the strengthening happening at the same time. And breathe. No struggles and no strains. If you want to take your twist deeper, you can bind the pose, taking your right arm up and over, reaching to meet your hand underneath. And then slowly release. Hands framing the right foot. Walk the right foot back to meet the left. Take a down dog. Look forward to your hands. Jump or step your feet to meet your hands. Straightening your legs for a forward fold. Small bend in your knees as you bring yourself up. Inhaling up and back. Exhaling forward. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, step the left foot back, the right foot back. Creases of your elbows forward, chaturanga, elbows by your rib cage. Take it to up dog or cobra. Push down into the floor. Exhale to the floor and back to down dog. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Exhale the left foot between the hands. Drop the right knee. Flatten out the top of your right foot and then bring yourself up. Bring your hands into heart center. Taking your twist to the opposite side, the right elbow pushes into the left knee, the hands push into each other, and you rotate towards your left. Without struggle, without strain. Stay right here or curl the toes of your right foot under and lift that right leg from the floor. Find the strength in the pose or just hold the rotation. It's perfectly fine. Breathe. Drop that right knee to the floor. If you've lifted it, turn forward. Frame that left foot. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, take it back to down dog. And breathe. Take a deep inhale. Lift your heels from the floor. Drop your knees. And bring yourself back to an easy seated position. Lolita, you're off. Oh no, you're on camera. You're here. You're a star, baby. You're a star. So we're going to take one more extension pose, the fish pose. I like to modify the fish pose. I don't care for it the way that people do it because they tend to put their head back and lift, put all this weight on their neck. It's just not good. Start by straightening out your legs and just coming to your elbows. So have your elbows just underneath of your shoulders. You can walk them back a little bit more if you'd like. So start by lifting your chest and your belly, and then dropping your head back. Breathe. Lift that belly as if you're trying to touch the ceiling. Now, if it bothers your neck to let it drop back, just look forward towards your toes. Your neck health is much more important than whether you get your head on the floor. The ligaments that can attach your head to your cervical spine are not designed to hold that much weight. So I don't recommend doing fish pose as it is, but your neck, remember, we're at Back to Health Physical Therapy for any injuries. Stay here or lift both feet from the floor. Slowly lower the feet to the floor. Slowly walk yourself down so that you come into a back flat, lying down position. We're going to inhale your arms up to the ceiling, filling your lungs to the bottom. As you exhale, let your arms float to the floor behind you. A really long stretch of your spine. Inhale, reach your fingertips back, reach your heels forward, and feel the lengthening of your spine. Breathe. Take a deep inhale, reach a little bit further, and then as you exhale, bring your knees towards your chest, let your hands float down to hold on top of your knees. Shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed. Take both of your knees into your left hand, drop your right arm out to the side like half of the letter T, and as you exhale, let your knees If you want, you can turn your head towards the right for a full twist of that spine, but it should feel good. It should feel delicious. Breathe deeply into the very bottom of your lungs, and as you exhale, just try to release 10% of the tightness. Don't try to let everything go with one breath. Just see if you can release 10% of any tension, of any tightness. Breathe. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, pull your belly to your spine. Try to raise your knees up towards the ceiling. Both hands hold the knees, gently pulling them into your chest as you relax your shoulders, as you relax your jaw. And then take both of your knees into your right hand. Let your left arm drop out to the side. And as you exhale, take your knees over to the right, turning your head towards the left. And breathe. Deep into your belly, exhaling slowly. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. Take a deep inhale, pull your belly to your spine with the exhale. Slowly start to roll back, bringing your knees into your chest, holding them deeply in. And then slowly releasing one leg at a time down to the floor, letting your legs slide out to straight, and preparing for final relaxation. So in final relaxation, we want to find a position of ease for your entire spine, for your neck, for your thoracic spine, for your lumbar spine, all different segments of your spine at ease. See if you can make sure that your chin is pointing down your body gently, not up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes and bring your attention to one deep inhale. Feel the sensations of that breath as it enters. As you exhale, feel the sensations of the breath as it exits. So I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath and imagine that that breath is being drawn up along with the energy through the bottom of your spine, through your sacrum. As your breath enters, it draws it all the way up the spine to the very top of your head. There's a small pause there. As you exhale, imagine that that energy, the air is coming down the front of your body. We're creating a circle, a circuit. As you inhale, imagine that spine, that air, that energy drawing up your spine to the top of your head. As you exhale, imagine that energy coming down the front of your body, meeting it again at the bottom of your spine. Bring even more attention to the sensations of the breath as it enters and it draws energy up your spine to that small pause at the top of your head before your inhale becomes an exhale. Notice the sensations of the breath as the energy travels down the front of your body, ending at the spine and the small pause before the exhale becomes the inhale. Just following your own breath, making that circuit between the energy as it flows up your spine with the inhale to the pause at the very top, and then the sensations of the breath of the exhale as it comes down your body, ending at the spine, the bottom of your sacrum, and that pause when the exhale becomes an inhale. Breathe. Follow your own breath through that circuit. If your mind becomes distracted, start again without a story, without a judgment. Energizing your spine, energizing your body. We'll follow for one more breath cycle through that circuit, allowing the energy to flow up your spine with the inhale to the pause at the top of your head. One more exhale as the lungs empty and the energy comes down the front of your body. And then let your mind come to stillness. Be aware of distractions or internal chatter in your mind, but don't attach to it. Let your mind find a place of stillness. If you become distracted, just gently bring yourself back to stillness. Back to the awareness of this moment. And breathe. We'll start to gently bring awareness back to your body by starting by just wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. Just bring all of your awareness to the sensation of those small joints as they move. Perhaps stiff, perhaps pops and cracks. Just bring awareness to the motion of your fingers and your toes as they wiggle gently. And then spread those fingers apart and spread those toes apart and bring your awareness to the sensation of the space between your fingers, the space between your toes. Curl your fingers into a fist, curl your toes under, and feel the skin as it stretches over your knuckles, as it stretches over the tops of your feet. And let your hands and your feet relax. Gently let your head begin to rock from side to side, bringing awareness to the muscles and the movement of the neck. And then let your head come to rest wherever it finds itself comfortable. As you take a deep inhale to the bottom of your lungs, allow your arms to rise up towards the ceiling. As you empty your lungs, let your arms fall to the floor behind you. As you inhale, reach in opposite directions with your fingers and your heels and feel that long, decompressive stretch along your spine. As you exhale, draw your knees to your chest. Let your arms float down to hold your knees. And gently begin to rock from side to side. Bring awareness to the spine. When you're ready, roll over onto your right side, lying in a fetal position. Making a pillow with your hands to support your head or use a block or a pillow. Just bring your awareness back to one more deep inhale. One more slow exhale. And then when you're ready, gently begin to push yourself up into an easy seated position. Any position where your spine is straight and at ease. Close your eyes for a moment and just feel the spine. We did a lot of motion in it. Hopefully that makes it feel alive and just at ease. Take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine, become really tall. And as you exhale, see if you can hold that tall spine with posture with ease. Take another deep inhale, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, bring your hands into prayer position in the center of your chest, the palms pressing into each other. You guys have done a wonderful job. I hope you have a healthy and wonderful week and an enjoyable spine. Namaste. Have a great day. Hopefully we'll see you here next Saturday. Goodbye to everybody out in TV land. Nice to see ya. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.
I'll be in TV land next week.
Okay. Oh,
Nice.
fancy. Miss Fancy. Colorado, are you going skiing? Is that possible this time of year?
No, we're gonna go paddleboarding.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
We had 3 thumbs up.